Well, here we are, Community Storytelling, Season 4. Linda Lester, Lester Square, thank you so much for all of the support you give us. I'm Lissa Kreisler, and it's always so wonderful to be with you here at KCAT TV 15, and it's so nice to be back in the studio again, although we are still very mindful and very careful about COVID. I have such an interesting guest today. I don't know, maybe I should just have him just sit here by himself because I think he could carry it off just fine. Very big entertainer in the Bay Area and also known nationally too. And his name is Kimball Hooker. And now you're saying, I've seen him. I've seen him. He was at One Broadway. I know I've seen him. Well, sure enough, you have. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
So here you are in the TV studio at KCAT, but I know you're normally in the other room doing a podcast, which is a brand new thing on KCAT.
It is. It is. I enjoy doing it. It's fun. I love the guests that I have on my show, and it's just an inspiration to have. I'm very much thankful for it.
Now everybody's going to say, okay, how do I hear that? So how do you hear that?
KCAT 15, and search for the Kimball Hooker Show.
Okay,
yeah,
that easy.
Yeah, Kimball Hooker Show, and basically it's a podcast for now. Hopefully it'll turn into a terrestrial.
All
later.
right, I like that thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Is that your name, your real name?
That's my birth name. Yeah.
It is, because it's such a great entertainment name.
Really?
Don't you think?
You think so?
Oh yeah.
Kimball Hooker.
Kimball Hooker. The hooker has all sorts of connotations, and Kimball, I like it.
Right. You heard that, Dad.
We got to mention your dad.
Right.
We got to mention your dad. Your dad is how old?
You know what? If you ask him, he's 21.
Yeah.
But you know, he's all of on his birthday is August 21st, and he was 93. But he just loves to get around and go outside, and you know, he flirts a little bit here and there. But for the most part, he's enjoying life.
And you kind of watch over him, I guess.
I watch over him as a caregiver, and he shares his stories with me. And you know, he loves to eat ice cream. That's his thing.
Yeah, what kind?
Sugar-free, of course. Strawberry.
Strawberry. And what are you eating? You're not eating strawberry.
You know what? I have to fool him because he wants what I have. But what I have is not sugar-free.
Oh.
So I mix it up, so it looks all like nice and like a rainbow.
Yeah.
And then that's the top layer. But as you go down, it's all like diet, you know. And mine is the real deal because I need it. So.
Well, God bless him.
Thank you.
Yes, send him our best.
For
I mean,
sure.
93. How wonderful is that? And to be so vibrant and so alive, and get to watch you perform.
Loves it.
You know, it's funny. My dad, who passed away at 92. Kreisler was my maiden name, and I kept it on the radio for 40 years so my dad could hear his name every morning. He would tune in every morning just so he could hear his name on the radio.
Nice.
So, you know, parents deserve that.
Of course,
Parents
absolutely,
deserve
appreciation.
That. Yeah. So you grew up in the South Bay, San Jose.
I grew up in San Jose. I'm born and raised actually here in the Bay Area, and so music has always been a passion of mine.
Age 12.
Yes.
Age 12, how did you get involved with drums at age 12?
Well, if you let my mother tell it, it's a situation where I'm beating on pots and pans.
Even at 12,
and that's right. Well, sooner than that. And
Yeah.
then what happened is, you know, it just became like, you know what, we got to do something about this.
Yeah.
He's killing my pots. He's killing my pans. I can't keep rebuying this stuff. And she talked with my oldest sister, and they was like, you know what, get him some drums. Get him some drums, because it was a situation where it's like maybe he can do something creative with it, and it grew from there. So I always tell people, music chose me. I didn't really choose it.
Well, you were born with it, obviously.
Born with it, absolutely.
And how did you know, and what age did you know you had a voice?
You know, so I kind of grew up in the church, and it was something we always kind of group sang. And I went to Emmanuel Baptist Church off of White Road in San Jose.
I've gotten many COVID tests there.
Really?
Yes.
So it was a blessing just to be around that type of atmosphere, environment where you have a church, a choir, voices singing, and everyone's just around. And it was kind of something that we always did. But I always wanted to see if I could do my own thing with it and not just be in a choir.
Were you in choir at Andrew Hill High School?
No, I was in jazz band.
Jazz band. Yeah. Okay, there you go. On the drums.
On the drums.
Can you play any other instrument?
You know what? I write enough to write my songs that I actually perform. And so other than that, I am a drummer. I actually discovered my playing drums before I started to sing.
You still have the original drum set?
You know what? I did until we moved, and then things got lost and disarrayed like that. But I had it for up until I was like, I don't know, maybe 25 years old.
Yeah. And now do you have a new drum set, I guess? Portable one? I don't know. You can't. What do you do with drums?
You know what? You beat on them. No.
Yeah.
Well, you know what happens over time? You kind of like parts and pieces, you mix and match and things like that, and you kind of make your own. That's what I do. But the set I have now is called the Gretsch.
And I don't know what that means.
Gretsch is like a German type drum set, and
right now you're talking expensive.
really, it's very expensive.
Yes.
Yeah, drums are actually expensive because it's one of the few instruments that actually come with parts. Like there's stands and there's cymbals and there's foot pedals. There's all kinds of drums and there's heads and then there's. See, I'm going on and on and on.
Do they wear out?
Absolutely, they wear out. You know, and what you have to do. Do I have it with me? Can I show you something?
Sure,
so just to let
please.
you know how serious I am.
Show and tell. I love it.
I'm going to show and tell. So this is unscripted.
Yeah, let me see.
So along with my key, my car key, this is what they call a drum tuner.
Oh, look at that. Can you see that?
Can you
Look
see
at
it?
that.
Yeah, it's a drum tuner.
Well, it looks just like, you know, a key to my grandfather clock.
Yeah, and so you use this to actually tune the heads on the heads, the rims for the drums.
How about that?
I keep this with me all the time, just in
Yeah.
case I'm sitting in somewhere or playing somewhere. I might show up out of the blue and go to a jam session, and we're getting off track, right?
It's
Can I talk about
okay.
that, right?
I know you can talk
Yeah,
about
and
whatever
so
you
I'll
want.
just go around
Your
the key.
energy and your excitement's wonderful.
Yeah, and I just
Okay.
go around the drum head, and then we just kind of tune the drums to your ear, to your suiting, and and then that's how we do it. So drum key, hey.
Favorite Beatle? Ringo Starr.
Really?
Why? I love the drums.
You love the drums.
So your voice.
Yes,
You know, you have and which you will sing for us, won't you?
absolutely.
Because I watched a couple of your YouTubes, and you were in Los Gatos actually for, I think it was called Step Up?
Stepping out.
Stepping Out.
Stepping Out.
That was a cool, jazzy kind of tune.
You know, I like to write different things, and so that one's more like you know how like you see ladies walk the runway,
Yeah.
like a catwalk,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
it's good for that because they're stepping out. You know, and when they're stepping out, they can twist and turn and model and do their whole little routine and stuff like that. So you put that on loop, and they just go. Like the DJ plays that, and they're just routine.
So have you sent it to any of the New York designers? You should.
They come to me. No, I'm joking.
Have they?
No, what happens is, honestly, people use it on their shows all
Yeah.
the time. I get it. I mean, people share their links with me on YouTube, and
Because
they're
you
using my
deserve a
song.
royalty for that, don't you?
You know how that
Okay.
goes.
Okay.
It's a thing.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. How do you decide what songs to write?
Decide what song. It doesn't happen that
like
way.
you just sit down and start thinking about something and say, you know, I'm going to write a tune.
It doesn't. You know what? The song actually kind of comes to me. It just happens. You know, it's like the way it happens is you have thoughts in your head, right? So you have people share stories with you.
Sure.
It could be, hey, I had a rough day at work, or it could be, hey, it was a birthday party. It could be whatever the case may be, and your mind starts to think like, you know what? I could write about that. Like that would be a good topic or a storyline, and you could go off of something like that. So I have a language, right? And it's a language of love. It's a love language. So I wrote a song called Put It On Ya. And Put It On Ya is basically a sentiment that I feel kind of like making love to you, a lady in your head romantically to her, and how it would be. So I wrote a song about it. It's called Put It On Ya.
Oh my! Can you sing a line or two?
You want to hear it?
Yeah.
Really? So I wrote this song, and it's called Put It On Ya. It's an original song that I wrote. It's actually on this record right here.
You have 3 CDs out.
I do have 3 CDs. So this one's called Breathing Underwater, and it's actually on this CD right here, and it's called Put It On Ya.
Just do the first verse.
Really?
Look, get me in the mood.
Yeah. I like the way that she's walking. She make it look easy. I like the way that she's talking. She make it look easy. I like the way that she carries herself, strutting her thing. So I'ma step to her like a real OG and let her know I ain't playing. I wanna know what's going on inside. I wanna know what's on your mind. Baby girl, don't tease me. I'm the real deal. Please believe me. I see you sitting right there. I'm trying not to stare. Don't go nowhere. But for the last 10 minutes, you've been on my mind and you got me excited. So baby girl, what's your name? Where you from? Can I buy you a drink? I said my name's K Hook. I wanna put it on you, so let me put it on ya.
So where are we going to dinner?
Right?
So, you know, I am Justin Timberlake's #1 fan.
All right, I love Justin.
I used to make my daughters when they were little go to concerts because I wanted to go to the concert.
Right.
And you seem to have a few of his moves.
Really?
Has anybody ever said that?
That's a good comparison.
A great comparison.
Really?
Have you ever met him?
I've never met him, but I would love to.
You know, when you watch this back, you have a few of his moves.
Oh.
So there you go.
You hear that, Justin?
There you So, you know, moms and dads are sitting here watching you, and their teenage son is in a band, and he's saying, see, Mom, I could do this. I could do this. I don't know if it's really easy to do what you do. I mean, it took a lot of hard work, didn't it?
You know what? Some of it's hard work, but then some of it's just natural. Like, it's natural. Number one, the gift, I think, is natural. And then also to want to share it. It should be natural. I think there could be some, hey, let's see what we can do. Maybe you're not sure, you're a younger person and you're just getting involved with music, and maybe you don't have the push or your friends are not supporting you. There could be some hesitancy, but honestly, like for me, I was never shy to share my gift. Never.
And how many hours a week do you think you put into work?
Really?
You don't call this work.
Every day.
Every day.
Yeah,
So
like it's all day. Yeah,
it's all day.
Yeah.
So you just never hang around and say, oh, I'm going to go, on stage at 6 o'clock tonight. You're kind of practicing still and working and
every day.
getting in the mindset.
If I'm not thinking about it, I'm writing about it. If I'm not writing about it, I'm talking to somebody on the phone about it. If there's always some notation about a song or a place I'm going to be playing or a friend I'm composing something with, or you're always writing. It's in because it lives in you. It's a
right.
gift.
It's a passion.
It's a passion and it's a gift. And so you build and you create and you share.
Where are you performing right now?
So I have some shows that are coming up, and near future I have a show that's going to be coming up off of Snell, and it's, oh my God, it's called the Holyfield. It's at a church right off of Snell.
Yes.
And my live band is going to be playing there.
So I guess the easiest thing you have a website.
KimballHooker.com. Go to my website. All the calendar dates are there. You're going to see my band pictures, some videos. You can go to YouTube and check me out there. Everything that, if they wanted to find me, it's just Kimball Hooker. Google me.
Well, I tell you, that's a name you can't forget. And you make a living.
I do.
You make a good living.
I do.
So that's great.
I do.
That's great.
But I have to share this though. Can I share this?
Please.
Okay, so, COVID hit.
Oh yes.
Can we
Let's
talk about that, or is
COVID.
that? Okay.
How did that affect you?
COVID was something that was unexpected, obviously, and it just kind of made its way around, and it was a little here, a little here, a little there. We didn't know much about it. CDC came in afterwards and kind of like set ground rules for a lot of people in the workforce, and music was probably the hardest hit. Reason being is because people had to stay home. And music is something you go to support. You go to the local club or venue. So when people have to sit home, you have basically like a live audience or a fan base to share your music with. So you have to get creative. So now you have to live off of other means like downloads and streams and going to sometimes in the studio, and it just changes. You can still write via Skype. You can still do things, but you have to get creative.
Right.
But just live entertainment was completely shut down. And then record sales, obviously, of streaming and downloads and things like that.
Yes, but you're back on your feet.
Back on my feet.
How do you become from who you are now, and you're fabulous, to like getting to the VMAs? I mean, is that person found by somebody? What is preventing you from being the Justin Timberlake?
Discovered?
Yeah, I mean, so that's what it is. You have to be discovered by what type of person?
They have talent scouts. I mean, they have people that are like agents that work for record companies, and they call it the machine. So the machine would be like a major record company. So like Warner Brothers or, Interscope, something like that. Jive Records or something like that. They have talent scouts that would go out and attend different venues to see the new talent that's coming out. And if you're fortunate, lucky, / enough that someone says, you know what, I want to see what else is there. Let me go talk to this person. And it's up to the person, the scout that's out there, to see something in that artist.
Now, why hasn't that happened to you?
It's a hit and miss. It really is hit and miss because I don't really think there's a rhythm or rhyme to it other than the people, they call it the man, right? So the guy at the top, I believe that person has what they're looking for. They have what they are looking for. And if you don't fit into that kind of like a cookie cutter sound, then, because a lot of people get looked over and they're discovered by accident.
Yes.
A lot of like Lady Gaga, she was looked over many times. She was overlooked. but someone else saw something in her because she was a little abstract.
Right.
You know, her demeanor, her
Yes.
look, her talent, her level of playing, her musicianship, her
Lady Gaga-ness.
right. It
Yeah.
wasn't typical. It wasn't, hey, I've
Right.
seen that before. Hey, it didn't fit into anything. So it took a little bit for her to be discovered. It really did, because I
Yeah.
know her story.
Yeah.
You know, a gentleman named Akon discovered her, and Akon still currently is an artist himself, but he saw something in her that was just like striking, different. Like, never seen that, never heard of that. I'm gonna do something with her, and it still took time to build and mold and shape someone of her caliber.
Well, I want you to call Akon.
Really? Akon, you heard that, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just see it all in you.
Right.
You got the looks, you got the personality, you got the smile, you got the voice. In fact, we're going to take a break. We're going to go to Leicester Square. Come on with us, field trip to Leicester Square, and see all the magnificent things that Linda Lester has going on at that facility. And we're going to come back and we're going to get another song from this man right over here, Kimball Hooker. So stay with us. You're watching KCAT TV 15. Hi, it's Lissa Kreisler. I'm at Leicester Square right here at the corner of Blossom Hill Road and Los Gatos Boulevard. A lot of fun things to do. Ken,
Lisa,
I didn't
so
even
nice to see you.
finish my sentence. I'm so surprised to see you. What are you doing here?
Well, we live close by and we're taking Rocky to the vet today.
So do you have time for a cup of coffee at Phil's with me afterwards?
Sure, is it your treat or mine?
It's definitely your treat.
And Rocky's coming too.
Good with me. I am so glad to run into you at Leicester Square. It's one of my favorite places.
It's one of my favorite places too, and we've been to Varenza and Super Duper and Phil's, and we love going here.
And so, you know, where I live, I have no flowers, so I come here to Leicester Square to enjoy all the flowers. They're gorgeous. So the motto here that Linda Lester coined is meet me at the square, or meet us at the square, or meet your besties at the square. I meet everybody at the square. It's Leicester Square in Los Gatos.
Come on by, and cheers.
Yes. Well, welcome back. I'm Lissa Kreisler. You're watching Community Storytelling on KCAT TV 15, and we have had such a fun time. At least I have. I hope you have too, because the excitement and the energy and the expressions of Kimball Hooker are just amazing. And we heard one song, but before we hear another one, I just got to ask you a few more things.
Yes.
You know, I haven't sat down with a real entertainer in a long time.
Okay.
And you know what? You're going to be big. I don't know when it's going to happen, but we're going to get you there.
All right.
Because you deserve it.
Thank you.
But how many songs have you written?
Oh my gosh, that's a loaded question, because so there's songs that I've written that didn't make it to CD, and then there's songs that made it to CD. So that's why I said it's a loaded question.
And who decides that?
Moi.
Okay.
You know, what happens, honestly, is you write a lot of songs just throughout the day and with your time. And you go through this. I can't put 100 songs on a CD, right?
No, I think it's 15 or something like that.
No, it's up to the artist. It's up to whoever. Yeah. And so what happens is you say, I have a thought in mind for however many songs I want to share. And you come up with a number. It could be like an EP would be like 6 songs, an EP. But then you have like a full record, which would be like 10 songs. Well, these are all like 10 songs. So I did a full record, but for each one of these CDs, I probably wrote like 25, 30 songs.
And people are still buying CDs?
Well, you know what? I sell more CDs at my shows.
Sure.
Because more memorabilia
Sure.
for attending my event, like
Right.
Merch, kind of like
Right.
a
Do you
hat
have
or a shirt.
T-shirts too?
T-shirts, hats, things like that.
And you
Yeah.
didn't bring me one? Whatever.
That's after the fact, right? But yeah, so what happens is you sell your merch at your show, but you create more songs to hand select, hand pick, and create your CD, because it's your baby. It lives.
Absolutely.
When I'm long and gone, it's here.
Absolutely.
You download, you stream, you listen, you share,
Yes.
you like, you dance,
Yeah.
all that. Yeah.
Now, I've always wondered how people remember all of their songs. You
That's
know?
a good question.
How do you all remember your songs?
That's a good question. You know what happens, honestly, is when I hear music, especially my own, it just comes out.
It just comes out.
Mhm.
So it's
like
just in
muscle
there.
memory. Is they call that muscle memory? Is that like? She's like, that is not.
Muscles? I don't know anything about muscles.
You know what I mean? It's okay. So like I've heard it like riding a bike.
Yeah.
You know, there's been times where I haven't ridden a bike for like 10 years, but I get on it. Man, I don't go, how does that go again? You know, you just do
That
it.
to me is amazing. You know, I don't even know how actors remember all of their lines.
Right.
You know, they make a movie like in 2 weeks. Well, how do they remember all those lines?
Right.
It's just so
they're cut out for
Right
that.
there, you're amazing.
Thank
Right
you.
there, you're amazing.
Yeah.
So, what do we want to sing? What do you
we want
think?
to sing?
I mean, I like stepping out, but you can sing whatever. Something lively.
Something lively. So I have a song called "What Will I Do," and this is the one that actually made its way over into Brazil.
All right.
I'm not sure
Wow.
if you're familiar with it or heard of it, but the record company was actually out of France, and it's a long story behind that.
But that's a good one. Yeah,
and
great.
it's called "What Will I Do," and they actually created like a line dance to this song.
So, and when you're entertaining, you're never on the drums. You're just singing.
You know what? I've only played drums and sang at the same time, like maybe on 2 different occasions.
And throwing chewing gum, and you're out.
Right? But no, it's a song called "What Will I Do."
Okay.
And you want to hear it?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
So it goes, what will I do with this heartache inside of me? Tell me honestly, will it ever leave or just stay with me to remind me of the things that'll never be? I wish that you could see all of the sadness and the way it's killing me. Oh girl, I tried my best to love you honestly, and at the time I bet just you love me. But here I am, I'm all alone and you are gone. An empty heart and broken house is all I've got to show for everything that I have given you. And that is why I blame myself for being such a fool. That's it.
Are all of your songs about love and romance?
I love talking about love.
Are you married?
I'm not.
Do you have a girlfriend?
I do not.
What the heck?
You know what? It's like when you talk about romance, it's like you're giving the biggest part of you to someone else, to the world. That's how I feel. Really, honestly,
Yeah.
it's sincere.
Yeah, and you have to spend time with your dad.
I love my dad too. you
Yeah.
know, yeah.
Oh my goodness. So okay, we can look you up online.
Yes.
At Kimball Hooker.
.com. Yes.
Your
and
podcast here at
yes,
KCAT. We
yes.
just go to KCAT.
KCAT 15 Kimball Hooker Show.
Got it. You have been wonderful.
Thank you so much.
This has been so much fun. I'm gonna be
Likewise.
humming your songs now. That's
Really?
great.
You like my
have
songs?
You have a beautiful voice.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And they're fun and uplifting,
Right.
even though they're sweet.
Right. Thank you.
And you love your dad.
I love my dad.
You had me at your dad.
Right?
Oh, there he is. Yeah, enjoy the podcast. But thank you. This is all about TV, KCAT TV 15. Love meeting people with community storytelling. Maybe you'll be next. Go to kcat.org if you are. And thank you for being with me today. I'm Lissa Kreisler.